Hey everybody, Blu-ray here, and welcome back to my top 5 favorite games of 2017. Now, this video is going to be a little bit different from now on. Not too much, it's just more of me giving a shout out to a few games that didn't make it on the list, because I want to keep it as a top 5 list, not change it, to top 6, 7, 8, 9, that sort of thing. So yeah, so basically I'll be giving a shout out to games that didn't make it on the list that I think you guys should check out regardless, just in general, whatever games that make it on my list of top 5 favorite games or not, I highly recommend you guys check out regardless. So yeah, let's begin with those games before we jump into the list. So the two games that I highly recommend you guys check out are Uncharted: The Lost Legacy and Cuphead. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy is a PS4 exclusive, so if you have a PS4, I definitely recommend you check out this game. Just in general, play the Uncharted franchise, they're great games. And for Cuphead, if you own a Xbox One or a PC, I highly recommend you, get it for either one of those. But yeah, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy is a really fun game to play. In terms of story-wise, it's really good. This game literally takes place right after the fourth Uncharted game. You play as Chloe, obviously, as you guys can see in the front of the case. And yeah, I mean, if you played Uncharted 4, it's pretty much similar to that, but story-wise is a little different. You play as a different character, obviously, and kind of see what she's doing, pretty much. And it's just more of a good connection between the two characters, between Chloe and Nadine. You get to see a different side of Nadine versus from how you saw her in Uncharted 4. So definitely recommend you guys check this game out. And for Cuphead, it's to me one of the best games I ever played. I really love the art style for the game. It's like a 1930s cartoon, art style. You do have the option to actually make it feel like it's a 1930s cartoon because, back then they didn't have color, so you could play the game in black and white. I think you have to beat the game in order to unlock that or something. I don't know, but it's a really fun game to play. Very challenging. There's a lot of memes going on saying it's basically like Dark Souls, but 2D. But I'd say the reason why it's challenging is because a lot of us, or most of us, gamers didn't grow up with an NES, Super Nintendo, never played, like Mega Man or Metal Slug. I was about to say Metal Gear Solid, Metal Slug, and other hard ass games, Ninja Gaiden on the NES. We never played games like that, I never played games like that because I never grew up with the NES. I grew up with the Nintendo 64, So, for those who played games like that, Cuphead's not going to be challenging for you at all. But for those who never grew up with games like that, it's going to be very challenging. So, yeah. Regardless of it being challenging, it's a really fun game to play. And I'm hoping that they release a PS4 or a Nintendo Switch version of Cuphead. I kind of doubt it because it's more an Xbox exclusive. I put that in air quote because it's available on PC, so it's not really a Xbox exclusive or Xbox One console exclusive. You could play it on PC, get it off of Steam and whatnot. So yeah, those two games I highly recommend you guys check out. So yeah, so those are the shout outs I want to give out to those games, and let's just jump into the list, shall we? 5! Number 5 would have to go to South Park: The Fractured Butthole. This game is pretty damn fun, I'm not gonna lie. I put in a lot of hours into this game, actually. I feel like I put in more hours into this game versus The Stick of Truth. But anyways, gameplay-wise, it's pretty damn fun. The combat system is very different from Stick of Truth, but it's not hard at all to, pick up, or understand the combat system. Yeah. A lot of references from the show, in this game. I'm kind of curious about what the DLC is gonna be like because there's a season pass for this game. For some weird reason, I guess there's gonna be some DLCs coming up for this game or something. I don't know, but anyways, definitely if you're a huge South Park fan, I definitely recommend you guys check this game out. Yeah, so South Park: The Fractured But Whole is number 5. 4. Number 4 would have to go to Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. This game actually caught me by surprise on how good this game is. I was a little skeptical about this game because basically what kind of made me lose interest in this game was the fact that it was played in first person view. And I didn't really like that concept, but I bought the game. I bought the collector's edition first of all, but I played the game, finished the game, platinumed the game. I got all the trophies except for DLC trophies, but who gives a shit about DLC trophies? But anyways, it's a really damn good Resident Evil game. If Resident Evil 8 pretty much follows this formula in terms of like being in first person view, but it's still horror, I wouldn't mind that at all. I know, I feel like with this game, it's mixed. There's fans who really love the game. There's fans who don't because, they want it to be more traditional Resident Evil, tank controls wise, and blah, 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 that type of stuff. But I honestly think this is like one of the best Resident Evil games I've ever played, and a really damn scary Resident Evil game. There's been moments in this game where I got scared, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, it's one of my favorite Resident Evil games, and I had a lot of fun playing this game. I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of fun playing this game. So Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is number 4. 3. Number 3 would have to go to Gravity Rush 2. This game is really good. Like if you own a PlayStation 4, definitely go play the first Gravity Rush game and this one. They're great games, very underrated games, but they're worth checking out. The story is really good, the characters are very likable, I love the music, I love the art style, the gameplay is really fun. It's just a very addicting game, and I don't know what else to say about this game. It's just definitely play the first 2 games. Like, they're worth checking out. If you own a PlayStation 4, this is hands down one of my favorite games. I think I like this one a lot more than the first one. So yeah. Sadly, I still haven't finished the Raven's Arc DLC. I believe that's what it's called, the story add-on DLC. I haven't finished it, sadly. I need to go back and actually play it and finish it. But yeah, and it's pretty awesome that all of the DLC content, like the skins, the story add-ons, they're all free, so you don't have to worry about purchasing, the costumes or the DLC content or waiting for the Gravity Rush 2 Complete Edition, because there's none of that. All the DLCs are free, so that's awesome. Because with games nowadays, it's more you have to pay for costumes, skins for your weapons, for story add-on for the game, and the worst of them all, microtransactions, or not microtransactions, loot box systems. Microtransaction, loot box, same shit, but it's the worst, but Gravity Rush 2 doesn't have any of that, so yeah. But like I said, this game is awesome, definitely worth checking out. In terms of the franchise, there's even a 3-episode anime that's on YouTube, so you definitely watch that as well. Play the first Gravity Rush game and then watch the first 2-3 episodes. I think there's only 3 or 2 episodes of the Gravity Rush anime, Gravity Rush 2 anime, and then jump into the second one. So yeah. So anyways, Gravity Rush 2 is number 3. 2. Oh boy. Number 2, man, I'm not gonna lie. when it came to deciding which one will be number 2 and which one will be number 1 on my list, it was very tough. I'm not gonna lie, but I finally came into conclusion as to what game deserves to be at least number 2 on my list and what game deserves to be number 1 on my list. So number 2 would have to go to Super Mario Odyssey. I know a lot of people would think like, what, this game is not number 1 on your list and whatnot. And, you know, I'm surprised myself because, you know, the very first game I ever played, in terms of video game wise, was Super Mario 64. And, you know, I love the Mario games, you know, growing up as a kid. Like, I played a lot of Mario games, or at least some of them I played. And I had a lot of fun with this game. You know, it's like one of the best Mario games I ever played, and it had like this nostalgic feeling to it, you know, as I was playing this game. And yeah, but you'll see what game is number 1, and I'll explain why that game is number 1. But yeah, this game is really fun. I had a blast playing this game. Like, I had a big smile on my face while playing this game. Like, it brought me happiness, you know. And you know, it's just it's really fun. If you own a Nintendo Switch, definitely pick up this game because it's a lot of fun. And yeah, so Super Mario Odyssey is number 2. Number 1 would have to go to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This game right here is the best Zelda game I ever played. Like, oh my god, I could go into so much details about this game as to why I love this game and whatnot, but that would take way too long. I've been slacking on making a review for this game because I feel like it'll be way too long, and I feel like I might miss some, you know, I might forget to talk about certain things and whatnot because I'm working on a review for this game. I just don't know if it will ever pop up on my channel and whatnot, but this game is amazing. Like, I put in a lot of hours into this game. It's very addicting. Just the graphics are beautiful. I mean, yeah, they're not like, you know, 4K, 60 frames per second, good, beautiful, that type of, you know, stuff, but I really love the art style for this game, and like I said, graphically it looks beautiful, and it was just a lot of fun to play. There's a lot of things you can do in this game. It's just like wherever you want to go, you can go, you know. Like, this game pretty much doesn't hold your hand like with, you know, with previous Zelda games. It kind of holds your hand a bit, you know, like, or it's just like, oh, go this way, oh, use this weapon to defeat this certain enemy, you know, because normally in previous Zelda games you get an item that pretty much indicates that you're gonna be using that item to defeat that boss. This game, that's not the case. You gotta come up with different strategies to defeat certain bosses. I would say there's mainly 4 main bosses. I mean, there is like mini bosses that you'll encounter in the world, but they're not legit like bosses, you know, like dungeon bosses. Though this game doesn't have any dungeon to it at all, but maybe we'll see that in the next Zelda game. But anyways, I'm happy that this game won Game of the Year. I'm happy for Nintendo. I know there's quite a few people who are very disappointed, very angry that this game won Game of the Year, but honestly, it deserves it. Nintendo deserves it, you know? This is the first time ever they won Game of the Year, and I think we should be happy for Nintendo, you know, for, you know, accomplishing that, you know, to prove. I feel like they proved, you know, most of the people who were doubting the Nintendo Switch, you know, saying, you know, because there's a few people saying like, oh, the Switch is gonna flop again, you know, it's gonna be like another Wii U, you know, Nintendo should just give up, you know, stop making video game consoles. They should just make games specifically for like Xbox or PlayStation or whatever the case it may be, you know. But Nintendo never gave up, and they busted their ass off to make sure that the Switch is, you know, like a really good console, that it's fun, that a lot of players could, enjoy it. And especially with this game, making sure that this game is good, because I remember originally it was going to be coming out for the Wii U. This was way before the Switch was announced and whatnot, but originally it was going to be on the Wii U, and it was going to come out like last year, I believe, but they delayed it to within this year. And the reason being to that is because they were working on the Nintendo Switch, at that time. So yeah. But yeah. Anyways, back to the whole point of the whole the Game Awards and whatnot. I just want to I just want to say something to the people who are very negative towards Nintendo, to this game. It's just, you gotta appreciate, that, the hard work they put into the game. And I just feel like, if you haven't played the game for yourselves, then you shouldn't say anything at all. Like, don't say stupid crap where it's just like, oh, this game is crap, but you haven't played it yourself. It's just, it's pointless to say something like that. But let's just be happy, alright? Let's just be happy that PlayerUnknown Battleground didn't win Game of the Year. I'm not saying it's a bad game or anything like that. It's just, it's a multiplayer game, and I would be very pissed off that another multiplayer game won Game of the Year this year, because Overwatch won Game of the Year last year, and I was pretty pissed off with that. It's not a bad game. It's just, it's a multiplayer game. There's no story mode to it. There's no real meaning to it. It's just, yeah, there's some cinematic videos that are on YouTube and whatnot, but it's just like the main priority, the main focus of the game is just like, multiplayer. You do objectives with your, with your teams, shit like that. It's like more objective based, team deathmatch type of stuff. There's no real story behind it. It's just more of an addictive multiplayer game, But yeah, let's just accept the fact that Nintendo, was really working hard, to make sure that this game was a good game, and it is. It's a very good game, and I had a lot of fun with this game. I mean, for me, like, if this game wouldn't have won Game of the Year, if Super Mario Odyssey, Horizon Zero Dawn, or Persona 5, would have won Game of the Year, I would have been fine with that. I would, apply to those games, because I think they're a little bit more worthy, And, I'm pretty sure that Persona 5 story mode is very good, because, there's a lot of people who love that game, Horizon Zero Dawn. It's a great game, though I need to go back and finish it. I really love the story to the game. Super Mario Odyssey, great game, it kind of had like a nostalgic feel to it. This game right here, it was just a lot of fun to play, and very addicting. So, I would have been fine with either one of those games winning, except for PlayerUnknown Battleground, and I already explained why, so I'm not going to repeat myself on that. But yeah, I feel like real gamers would, be happy for Breath of the Wild and for Nintendo. I feel like a lot of people are really wanting Nintendo to fail for some weird reason. Like, what's the point? Why do you want them to fail so bad? Like, why? I just never understood. I never understood people like that. Who are just like, oh, I hope Nintendo fails. I hope this game flops. And it's just like, dude, calm down, And I don't know. I don't want to get off topic or whatnot, but I just want to point out some things. So that's why I had to say it. So yeah. Breath of the Wild is number 1 on my list for my top 5 games of 2017. So that is the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to click on that like button and subscribe for more future videos to come. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.